Hello everyone. Welcome to session 1, yoga from Quito. Well, actually I'm in Kumbaya, which I apologize in advance if now when you know that you're going to be singing that song in your head for the next hour while we do yoga. So I'm on a rooftop terrace here. And the first class today is just going to be a brief practice. We'll do some stretches. We're going to try and find some stillness. So there's a lot of things swirling around us right now. And if you had been coming to my classes prior to leaving, we have been talking about this a lot. This idea of being in this vortex and everything moving very, very quickly. And yoga is our opportunity to kind of come down and out of that vortex a little bit to try and find the earth. So as you move through your practice today, I really want you to focus on the connection of your body on the earth, whether you are able to get outside to practice or whether you're in your living room, your dining room, your bedroom, whatever that surface is that you're feeling and that you're connected to. Every time you move from one place to the other, whether it's your sit bones on the earth, the soles of your feet, the palms of your hands, maybe the whole backside body or front side body, just notice all of the points of contact with the earth. Ultimately, the earth is where we draw all of our energy from. And we are conduits to pass that energy that we draw from the earth to each other. We will have a brief meditation at the end of practice, so just take this nice and slowly. If at any point you need to come to child's pose or take another variation of the posture, please do that. Remembering that at the end of the day, this is your practice and you need to do what feels good. And if you start with me and then your body is telling you something else that is going to help you find grounding and centering at this time, that's perfectly fine. Find that space. Go where you need to go. Turn me off and turn into you. Okay? For everybody else, follow along. I'm hoping that you can hear me through the whole practice. I'm going to try and speak as loudly as I can without disturbing the peace of everybody else around here. But just before we start, wherever you are, just take a moment to close your eyes. Whether you're laying down or sitting, just take a moment, close your eyes. And I just want you to listen. So taking away the sense of sight, the things that you can hear, you can see. Tune into your sense of hearing and see what you can hear. First, use your ears to find the sounds that are close to you. And slowly move that field of hearing further and further away to find those distant sounds. And if you're lucky, you may be able to hear some of the sounds that I'm hearing right now, connecting us kind of through space and time. So let your shoulders drop away from your ears. Create a little bit of space there. Find some more length, tallness if you're seated, length if you're laying down, and listen again. I'm hearing birds. I'm hearing the wind. I can hear dogs barking in the distance. I can hear children playing. And before I started, despite what's going on right now, I could hear the sound of people laughing. Music, people talking, spirited. Just those small reminders that we're in this together and that we can find light and love at this time. You know, maybe this is just that push that we needed to truly slow down, to fully connect with ourselves and reconnect to those around us. So from whatever position you're in, if you're seated, you're going to come down onto your back. If you're already there, come into Supta Baddha Konasana. So as you come onto the back, draw the soles of your feet together. Allow your knees to drop wide, one hand on your chest, one hand on your abdomen. If this position is uncomfortable for your hips, take your feet mat width apart and allow your knees to drop together. Try and feel as much of your backside body as you can touching the earth. Relax through your jaw. Take your tongue off the roof of your mouth. Allow your bones to become heavy. Feel into the earth. Notice the natural rhythm of your breath, inhaling and exhaling. Gather some information here. Are your inhales longer than your exhales? Are your exhales longer than your inhales? Is there anywhere in your body that your breath is getting stuck? Notice your body. Start at the top of your head, the crown of your head, move down through the jaw, relaxing here. Relax your neck muscles down into your shoulders, down to your elbows and your wrists, maybe to the very tips of your fingers. Draw your awareness down your spine, your side body, through your chest, your abdomen, into your hips. Send your awareness down the thigh bone into your knee, down your shin into your ankle, and out through the tips of your toes. Where in your body are you holding that tension, that gripping? Bring awareness to your breath and start to inhale and exhale for even counts. Fill up through your abdomen, your chest, all the way to your collarbones. Exhale from the collarbones through the chest down into the abdomen. And as you find that balanced breath, see if you can send it to those spaces where you're feeling the gripping and the tension. One hand still to your heart, one hand still to your abdomen. Feeling your connection to the earth, listening to the sounds around you and the dialogue within. On your next exhale, draw your knees together and bring your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your shin bones. Give yourself a nice squeeze here. Maybe you pick the head up off the earth and tuck your chin. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Again, deep breath in. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Lace your fingers, bring them to the front of your right shin. Place the sole of your left foot on the mat or extend it all the way down, heel to the earth. Lay your head back down on the earth and draw your right knee in towards your abdomen, toes flexed. Just pausing here to find stillness, a little bit of compression at your hip socket, compression on the internal organs, just helping the body to move things through to help the detoxification process. And breathe. Inhaling and exhaling, noticing your body connected to the earth. Last breath in. Exhale, draw your left knee in to meet your right knee. Squeeze in, head lifts up if you want. Lace your fingers, place them to the front of your left shin. Sole of the right foot to the mat, or extend it all the way down. Heel touches down. Head to the earth, draw your left knee in towards your body. Toes are flexed, find that compression, and breathe. Last breath in. Exhale, draw your knees into your chest, squeeze in. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Soles of your feet come to the mat. Take your feet mat width apart so that the outsides of your feet line up with the edges of your mat. Hands can be beside your hips in a T shape, or maybe cactus arms with your elbows at 90 degrees. Take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, just drop your knees towards the right-hand side of your mat. Without forcing your body or trying to make this shape look a particular way, just allow your body to be heavy to one side. If it feels appropriate for your body, you can send your gaze to the left. Soften, release, breathe. Feel the earth beneath you. Inhale. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, draw your knees back through center. Soles of your feet connect with the earth. Kneecaps pointing up towards the ceiling. Pause. Deep breath in. Exhale, allow your knees to drop to the left. Everything becomes heavy. Gaze at the ceiling or direct your gaze to the right. Pause and find your breath. Deep breath in. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, come back through center. Kneecaps point towards the ceiling. Pause. Soles of your feet press into the earth. Exhale, draw your knees into your chest, arms to shin bones. Choice here to rock and roll forwards and backwards to come up to a seated position, or turn to one side and press yourself up. You need to find a seated position with the right shin bone in front of your left. Hands to your knees. Find a tall spine. Shoulders drop away from your ears. Close your eyes. Tuck your chin slightly. Belly button draws in and up. On an inhale, reach your fingertips up to the ceiling. Lace your fingers. Bring them to the back of your head and drop your chin towards your chest. Using your hands to create a little bit of traction to lengthen out through the back of the neck down to the top of the spine. Release any gripping or tension and just let everything fall. Inhale, fingertips reach back up, gaze forward. Right hand comes to the left side of your head. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Choice to keep your left hand on the knee or extend it out beside you. Just breathe into it. You can find the angle that feels right for your neck. Just breathe. And release the right hand from the left side of the head. Plant the left hand on the mat. Reach your right fingertips up and over, finding a lengthening in the right side body. Draw your right shoulder onto your back and reach. And breathe into that space. Remembering to feel that connection to the earth beneath the sit bones, beneath the left palm. And inhale, gently come back through center. Left hand to your right knee. Right hand comes behind you like a kickstand. Lift up through the chest. And find a gentle twist, gaze over your right shoulder. Breathe deeply, belly, chest, all the way up to the collarbones. Deep breath in. Stay for the exhale, let it all go. And come back through center. Make sure again that your right shin bone is in front of your left. You're just gonna walk the hands forward, trying to keep the sit bones glued to the earth. It's not about how far you go here, it's about using your breath and maintaining the shape. You can let the head drop and the spine round if that feels appropriate for your body. You'll feel a slight pull, likely on the outside of the right hip. And breathe into that sensation. Deep breath in. Stay for your exhale. And bring it all the way back up. Big mouth size are really good. No one's going to hear you, so that's fine. Switch the legs. Left leg comes forward. Root down through your sit bones. Again, hands come to the knees just for a moment. Sit up tall through your spine. Shoulders drop away from ears. Inhale, fingertips reach all the way up. Lace the hands the way that feels awkward. Bring it again to the back of your neck or back of your head. Chin drops towards chest, and just use the pressure of the hands on the head to create a little bit more traction. Keep your spine nice and tall as the chin gradually descends to meet the chest. On the next inhale, gently reach back up. Fingertips reach, head comes back up level. Left hand to the right side of the head. Draw your left ear towards your left shoulder. Right hand can be on your right knee, or you can extend the right hand down towards the earth just to extend or deepen the stretch here. And now I've said ear to shoulder, but if there's another angle that feels better for your neck, find that space where you feel the most release. And really breathe into that sensation. Left hand releases, hand comes back up, or head comes back up to neutral. Plant the right hand. Left fingertips reach up and over, finding a lengthening on your left side body. Left shoulder blade rolls onto the back. Try and keep your front side body nice and flat, straight. Breathing deeply. Good, inhale, come back through center. Right hand comes to your left knee. Left hand, a little kickstand behind the back. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, twist to the left. If it feels appropriate for your body, you can send the gaze over your left shoulder. Maybe if you close your eyes, you can hear the birds and you can pretend you're here with me. Deep breath in. Stay for your exhale. Remember, just open your mouth and let it out. Everything that's there comes out. Come back through center. Make sure the left shin is in front of the right. You're just going to walk yourself forward. Glue your sit bones to the earth. Whether you want to keep the spine straight, if that feels best for you, or drop your head and let your spine round, whatever's best, find that space and breathe. Deep breath in. Stay for the exhale. Big sigh. And bring yourself back up to your seated position. Hands to your knees. Close your eyes. Just pause. So we know we need to transition from one space to the other. But let's just take a moment between those transitions just to breathe and to pause. Especially now, there's so much information coming. Pause. And now just gently transition yourself into a tabletop position. Wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Find that connection to earth. Draw your belly button in and up and reach the crown of your head forward. Energetically make your spine longer. Moving with our breath here, a couple cat-cow tilts. So on your inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest, heart reaches forward. Open the space here. On your exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin, cat pose. Really press your mid-back up towards the ceiling, the sky, wherever you are. Again, inhale, belly drops, chest lifts. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin. 2 more times. Inhale, cow, belly drops, chest lifts. Notice your shoulders, where are they in space? Exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin. Last one, inhale, belly drops, chest lifts. Just pause here, breathe into this cow pose. Where can you find a little bit more space? Physically, energetically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, listen to that inner dialogue. What is it asking for here? On your next exhale, reverse to cat pose. Round your spine, tuck your chin, pausing here. Really pressing into the earth. Mid-back reaches. Breathe. Again, listen. Make the space. Good. Next inhale, come back to neutral spine. I'm going to move into a child's pose. So knees come wide, big toes together. This is just one variation, and you'll sink your hips onto your heels. And reach your arms forward. Try and bring your forehead to the earth. If from this position your forehead doesn't reach the earth, find something around you, a pillow, a stack of books, to help bring the earth closer to you. If it doesn't feel good for your knees to be separated, you do have the option of bringing them together and extending your arms forward. So play around with it. Again, find what feels best for your body, reaching forward and pausing. Really find stillness and breathe. From your central position, take your hands and walk them towards the right-hand side of your mat. And you'll feel a stretch through your left side body. Again, you're just going to pause there. There's no need to shift or fix anything. Just pause, stay, and breathe. Envision your breath going into all those little spaces between your ribs and just creating micromillimeters of space there for you. And take a deep breath in. Stay for the exhale, side out. Slowly walk your hands back to your central position, child's pose, forehead to the earth. And gently walk the hands to the upper left-hand corner of your mat. This time you'll feel a stretch to the right side body. Again, noticing that sensation and breathing into it. And take a deep breath in. Stay for the exhale. And gently walk back through center, child's pose, forehead to the earth. Relax through your jaw. Relax through your shoulders and your hips. And next inhale, just bring yourself back up to tabletop position. We're going to move into thread the needle with the option to go into rolling panda if you want to go there. So Angela and my Tuesday people, I hope you're watching because this one's for you. So grounding through your left hand, right fingertips reach all the way up to the ceiling. Let the hips just slide and open up the body. And on the exhale, thread your right arm between your left arm and left thigh, right shoulder, and your right temple to the mat. You have options here. You can stay just like this with the left hand under your left shoulder. You can reach the left hand forward. You can even wiggle the left fingers over to the right hand side. If you'd like to come into rolling panda, you'll take your left foot and bring it directly out from your left hip. Arm reaches forward, and then ever so slightly wiggle, spider crawl those left fingers over to the right. Just settle into this wherever you are, breathing. Just allow your chest to become heavy. Your body knows what to do. It will find the spaces that need to be released. Your job is to provide it with the breath, to allow it. That's the tool. That's kind of the key to unlock all of that, is the breath. And so we'll take a deep breath in here. Stay for the exhale, sigh it all out. And slowly in your own way, you're just gonna rewind back to tabletop position. I'm gonna turn around so you guys can see the other side. Feel free to stay where you are. Just take a moment in tabletop just to let that side settle in. And you'll move to the opposite side. So ground through your right hand this time. Left fingertips reach up. Again, let the hips slide. Really open the body here. And on an exhale, thread your left arm between your right thigh, right arm, shoulder and temple to the mat. Same choices on this side. Thread the needle. You can reach the arm forward if you want. Rolling panda, bring the left foot out from the right foot out from the right hip, Right arm reaches forward and just spider crawl it over towards the left. A slight tuck of the chin, look at your right hip and breathe. Deep breath in. Stay for your exhale. Very slowly bring yourself back around to your tabletop position. Stay here for a moment. Just coming back into your body. And from here, you're just going to tuck your toes and send your sit bones to the sky, downward facing dog. Take some time to pedal it out, create some movement here. Again, that can be whatever it needs to be for you. There's no right or wrong here. This is your practice. You can pause this at any time if you want to stay somewhere and linger a little bit longer. And with your breath, slowly come into stillness. Really press through the hands, soften your knees, sit bones reach high. Head hangs heavy, breathe. And slowly walk the feet, little penguin walks all the way up to meet your hands. Feet are hip width apart. Bend your knees and just allow your upper body to hang forward. You can have your hands to opposite elbows if you want. Head is heavy, just give it a shake, yes and no, release through your neck. Check in with your jaw, create some space between your teeth. And just bring your tongue off the roof of your mouth. Notice your feet, that connection to earth. You want to be grounded through the big toe mound, pinky toe mound, and your heel. Equal weight in the balls of your feet and your heels. Exhale, hands come to the earth. Option to keep the feet hip width apart as you begin to move through some sun salutations. Or you can bring the big toes together, heels slightly apart. Doesn't matter, whatever feels best in your body. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Draw your shoulder blades together, crown of your head reaches forward. Exhale to fold. Inhale, half lift again. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, half lift. Really reach the crown forward, chin tucked. Exhale, let it all go. Really root through your feet on this inhale. Reach the hands all the way up. Extended Tadasana. Root through the feet. Reach through the fingertips. And then exhale, hands just come to heart center. Slight tuck of the chin. Pause here. Shoulders drop down your back. Tune into your body. Notice anywhere where you can find a little bit more connection, a little bit more space. Maybe take a moment just to listen. Surya Namaskara A, Sun Salutation A, very slowly with intention. Inhale, fingertips reach all the way up. Exhale, slowly pour yourself forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips to shins. Exhale, hands come to earth, step all the way back, high plank. Just pausing here for a moment, find your strength. Everyone, knees to earth, lower all the way down, elbows to ribs. Inhale, chest lifts, baby cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, chest lifts, baby cobra. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, baby cobra, lift up. Exhale, release. Tuck your toes. Come through tabletop just for the first one. And then send your sit bones high back to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Find the shape and breathe. Exhale, look forward, step forward to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, extended Tadasana all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center, pause. your space. Inhale, fingertips reach up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Slowly bow all the way forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to earth, step back. Your choice here for your vinyasa. Exhale, low plank or no plank from toes or knees. Inhale, up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Also remembering that tabletop or child's pose is a perfectly fine alternative to this shape. When you arrive in downward facing dog, solidify that foundation. Sit bones reach high and breathe. Exhale, look forward, step forward, top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, extended Tadasana all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center, pause. Find the earth, find your breath. It's helpful even to really physically press your thumbs into your chest, find that connection. Inhale, fingertips lift up. Exhale, slowly bow forward, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to earth, step back. High to low plank or no plank from toes or knees. Inhale, up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe into the shape. Inhale, lift your right leg. On your exhale, draw your right foot between your hands and drop your left knee to the earth. As you come into this shape, you might want some extra padding for your left knee. So you can kind of roll your mat over. You can find a pillow or a soft block, whatever you might have at home. If you find that your hands are too far away from the earth, again, you can grab some books, stack them, and place your hands on the props. You have the option of staying here with the hands in the earth. You can climb your hands up to your thigh, or you can extend your fingertips up, reaching up through the heart and finding this curve over this big beach ball behind you. So it's up and over, lifting from the heart. Feel the stretch in the left hip flexor, so allowing the hips just to drop forward and down towards the earth. If having the hands up is too much, you can bring the hands to the hips and still find the action with the chest up and back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Exhale, hands come to the earth, coming into half split. So you're going to shift the hips back towards the heel, toes come up towards your nose. Okay? Tuck the chin slightly, and you're thinking about hinging at your hip flexor here, so belly to thigh, rather than curling the spine and bringing your nose towards your knee. So lots of length in the spine. The bum does not have to come to the foot. You can see that I have lots of space. You're looking for a stretch the back of your right leg. Inhale, come forward. I'm just going to turn towards the camera for a second so you can see what I'm doing. So you have some options here. We're going to come into a revolved position here. So you can stay in this position with the knee over the ankle and the sole of the foot firmly on the mat. You're going to place the left hand on the mat. My suggestion is to take as much space as you can so that you can find the opening here. When you find your left hand rooted on the earth, you're going to start by bringing your right hand to your right thigh and opening the chest towards the right side of the room. Heart is reaching forward. So every inhale, think about lengthening your spine towards the wall or wherever you're facing. And on the exhale, find a little bit more rotation over to the right. If this feels good, you can bring the hand to the low back. Draw your right shoulder blade onto your back to find a bit more rotation. Maybe, just maybe, this is just a suggestion, it's not an expectation, maybe the right hand reaches up. Also have the option to turn the right foot on a bit of an angle, come onto the knife edge of the foot and allow your knee to drop open as you turn, getting this nice kind of barrel roll feel through the body. Opening up as much as you can, as much as you want. Sometimes less is more. Really listen to your body. If you come here and it doesn't feel good, please reverse and come into something that feels more appropriate for you right now. And last breath in here. Stay for the exhale, just sigh it out. And wherever you find yourself, you're just going to slowly reverse. I'm going to come back onto my mat. And very slowly, you're going to make your way back to downward facing dog, however you want. Or tabletop, or child's pose. Pause here for a moment. Maybe you need to shake that leg out, rotate the hip a little bit, or the thigh in the hip socket. Sit bones are high. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, draw it through, low lunge. Left foot plants, right knee to the earth. This side may be very different from the other side. You want the left knee over the ankle. Hands can be on the earth, on blocks, a stack of books. You can walk them up to your thighs, shoulders, drop away from ears. Sinking into the right hip flexor so the hips drop down and forward. Maybe the hands come up, reaching up with the chest and back over that big beach ball, or hands to hips. Make sure you breathe wherever you find yourself. There's no right or wrong. You need to listen to the body, what it's asking for. Close your eyes. Exhale, bring your hands to the earth, moving into half splits. So the hips shift back towards your heel, left toes come towards your nose. Hinge at your hip crease, belly to thigh, not nose to knee, heart reaches forward. Every inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, come forward. Gonna move into that rotated variation here. So again, remember that you have all of these choices. Place to start, left knee over left ankle, the right hand plants to the earth. Again, I suggest lots and lots of space. Left hand comes to the thigh. Open your chest towards the left side of the room. Left hand, maybe it comes to your sacrum. Draw your left shoulder on your back and rotate even more. Every inhale, you're lengthening your spine. Exhale, you find more of a rotation. Maybe you lift your fingertips up. Maybe you drop the knee open by coming onto the knife edge of the foot. Slight angle with the left foot, knife edge. Sink into it. Knee drops left, and you take this nice barrel roll, really opening up your body. Make sure you can breathe. If you come here and you find that you lose the breath, that's a really good indication that you've gone too far and you need to shift back a little bit. And that's not a bad thing. Every day is different. It takes time. And depending on how your body's feeling, you may be able to do this today, but not tomorrow. Okay? Find what feels right. Last breath in. Stay for the exhale. And you're just gently going to rewind back to your downward facing dog position. Breathe into it. Take a big breath in. Exhale, side out. Inhale. Exhale, side out. Good. Drop your knees to the earth and just come to a seated position on your mat. Now come into butterfly pose. So very similar to where you started your practice, except we're going to be seated and fold forward. Soles of your feet come together, knees wide. Now if you find when you come into this position that your hips are rotating backwards and you find it difficult to sit up straight, you can find some pillows, or better yet, a blanket folded over will give you some lift from the earth to help tilt your pelvis forward so that you can comfortably come into this position. To start, you're just going to sit up nice and tall. Belly button draws in and up. Drop your shoulder blades down your back. Chin is tucked slightly. On your next exhale, you're just going to fold forward. Allow your spine to round and your head to hang heavy. Place the tops of your hands beside your feet and really just let your breath and gravity do the work. There's a really intense desire to grab your feet and pull yourself forward in this position. But I'd ask that you just take some ease. Don't force it. Just let it be. And you might not be where you think you need to be, but you're exactly where you should be. Your body knows, okay? So use the breath, use gravity, and let it bring you forward. Check in with your jaw. Release the tension in your jaw by creating space between your teeth. Relax through your shoulders and try and unglue your tongue from the roof of your mouth as you breathe here. if you notice that there's anywhere in your body that you still feel gripping and tension, try for the last few breaths of this posture to really surrender to it and let it go. Really use your breath. Bones are heavy. You're safe. The earth is here. Your breath is here. You have nothing to fear. You're safe. Just let go. Deep, deep breath in. Deepest breath you've taken all day. Inhale. Exhale, biggest sigh. And slowly just roll yourself all the way back up to a seated position. I know after a forward fold there's a desire to kind of take your body into a back bend, but please don't. Just slowly make your way onto your back and draw your knees into your chest. Take a moment here. Allow your spine to recalibrate, to come back to neutral. And then you'll move into a supine twist to the right. So there's many different variations. You can choose whichever one you feel is appropriate for your body here. So simply allow your knees to drop to the right, ground through your shoulder blades. That's the most important part, is to make sure that whatever variation you choose, you can stay rooted through your shoulder blades. And your gaze can come to the left, but make sure your body is heavy, just letting it find its way into its posture. Next, inhale, gently draw your knees back through center. Pause for just a moment. And then allow your knees to drop to the left, gaze to the right. Next, inhale, come back through center. You're going to place the hands underneath the low back, or you can use a blanket or a block. You're just going to lift the feet up towards the ceiling. Now, the other option is to find a wall, to kind of scoot your bum next to the wall and lift the legs up the wall. You can absolutely do that as well. So whatever feels best for you, just to bring the feet above your heart. It's a really great way to calm the body, to bring yourself into the parasympathetic nervous system, to kind of bring you out of that anxiety if you're feeling any. If your feet do start to tingle, just bring the feet down for a moment and then send them right back up. And if you are enjoying this space, just pause the video or know that your next space to find yourself is in Shavasana. Final resting pose. The legs come out wide, the arms come beside you. If it's chilly where you are, you may want to grab big fuzzy socks and a blanket and a toque and really get snuggled in. And you're just going to surrender your body to the earth here. Everything is heavy. Find stillness. Release through your jaw and just breathe. And at this point in the video, it's going to be different for every one of you in terms of how long you want to stay in rest in Shavasana. I would recommend, especially right now, that you find yourself here for at least 5 minutes with your eyes closed, your breath strong, just surrendering into the earth, surrendering to your being. When you do find that it is your time to come out of rest, do so gently. Find connection to your heart and your breath. Know that you are loved and loved. You are an integral part of this global community, our local community, our global community. Take this opportunity to tune in and to listen to the voices and the sounds that are close to you, the voices and the sounds that are far away. Remember that no matter what is happening now or what happens in the future, you are safe. You are loved. And whenever, if ever, you feel that things are starting to spiral, sit, find the earth, close your eyes and breathe, and just take the time to listen. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here with me. I will see you soon. But for now, from my heart to all of yours, namaste.